All right, we just had another tradeometer set up, and it looks like a possible divergence. So I'm going to put the stop down here to about 54. We're going to give it a little wider wider range here to work our magic, the tradeometer. Let me bring the tradeometer back over on the screen here. As you can see that second dot coming into the play on the ES. Nothing really on the NQ, but we're concentrating on the ES right now. Oh, and it's starting to move already. Here we go. Sorry, I don't even have time to get my charts up on the screen. See if we could get that. Here we go. Oh, up over $125. Big, fast little move here. I'm not even going to worry about it. I think we're just going to close that out.
Order filled.
All right, so just taking that off. Things happen so fast, especially with the setups here and the range these days with the ES and everything. Things are going real fast. So, you know, when I am trying to manage the trade and do the video, sometimes I just got to lock in those profits. The other thing here, this was a divergence setup. This little candle down here, right where our entry is, that little candle that spiked down. You can see actually we didn't spike down. We actually started pushing back up. So this is a little divergence setup. Divergences are the best setups that we take here at Day Trading Radio. Combined with the tradeometer, they are usually the one of the better moves when we compare, like if the market is in a tight trend or an aggressive trend. In this case, we had some little news out here. We got a little bounce. But if you have a tradeometer, typically your bounce is a little bit more extended in the direction of the divergence. So if we look at this low and this little lower low and this higher low here, we're looking for a bigger move up. The moves here, calculated with the 20, 50 period moving average. I'm going to change the colors of those so you can actually see them a little bit better. Those gongs in the background that you hear are also divergence signals that we have on our dashboard. Our dashboard is a members-only dashboard that has all kinds of indicators on it that help you trade and take your trades. So let me see if I could actually, that's a 20. Let me go to the 20, make that green. I'm going to make this 20 green. Make it lime green. Apply it and then OK. So now you get a better view of that. I don't know if we can zoom this out or not, if that helps. Yeah, it's a little bit better, right? So with a divergence, we look for a bigger move higher. So we're going to look for this target to be up around 66 on this. 66. It's at 60. Well, it's at. Yeah, that's a nice move here. We'll call it even 65. Back up to the previous close. All right, up to the previous close. That's what we're going to be looking for. Market right now looking like, and I'm showing this, looking like a little divergence. We had a 5-minute divergence on the Rambot. We had a tradeometer signal here, and the market here trying to push a little bit higher. Now, I haven't taken a second or third trade yet, but I want to wait for this to either resolve to back up here, which I think we're going to get back up here at least to the previous close, maybe to the 50-period moving average actually a little bit better. But no position now. There'll be better positions coming down the line, so I'm going to hold off, pause this video until the next setup so I don't have to bombard you with a bunch of small little videos. And if we see anything that's educational, I'll mark it down here. This was pretty close because we call this a divergence setup. The divergence is about the price coming down here, taking out the previous closing prices here, which you can see here is a closing price. We came down, matched that closing prices, and yet we held off the lows here. So you can see the rising trend here on this stochastic oscillator down here. This is also kind of embedded down here, but it's in better shape to start heading back up. Again, the breakout here worked out fine. I could have taken this. This was probably a pretty decent trade up to the 50-period moving average, possibly even higher. But just want to add that point. That's what we look for. That type of divergence is what we call a double bottom divergence with a closing price. Even though it was a little lower over here, we did hold that closing price low there. All right, I just put this other. I'm doing some work now on the HPS watch list, but we did have another tradeometer set up right now, as you can see on the ES, the NQ. We just got that. So these are all just picking apart this market for your scalps to the upside right now as the market's selling off. Looking pretty good. I didn't jump in on this one. I just looked at the screen here for a second, noticed the alert, because I am doing the watch list, the HPS watch list. So it probably would have been a good one. As you can see, it's starting to bounce already. Well, we'll have to come back, get the next one.